Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Yasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Yasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Yasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Radha Vallabha Radha Vallabha Sri Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Prala Narsimhadev Prala Narsimhadev Prala Narsimhadev Prala Narsimhadev. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. श्री श्री गौरीताई की, श्री श्री राधौर भगवान की, श्री 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 जगन्नाथ बड़ा सुभद्रमय की, शिल प्रभुपाद की, निताय गौर ब्रह्मदे. Hare Krishna. So today's verse of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam that we are reading is about lifting Mount Mandara, Mandaragiri. So the demigods and demons, they have declared trust. So this chapter is called the demigods and demons declare a trust. So they have declared, some formal agreement, military agreement to have some peace among ourselves. Then with that peace, and also we will do the Samudra Mantana as per the instruction of Supreme Lord. So if you go back to a few verses earlier, the start of the chapter, so all the demigods, and of course headed by Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, they prayed to Lord Vishnu at Shvetadip. Why did they pray? Because they become weakened, poverty-stricken. Why? Because these all demigods did Vaishnava Aparadh, in particular Lord Indra. As you all know in brief, so once Indra was going on his Airavata, that is his elephant carrier, so very proudly, very happily and joyful mood. At that time, Durvasa Muni happens to appear. So Durvasa Muni also was very happy. Immediately he removed his one garland from his neck and thrown towards Indra. Indra catched it. But he didn't really pay that much. He didn't think that this Durvasa Muni is such a great person to that I should put. So he put it on elephant. Sometimes we also do. Suppose some Maharajas, you take it happily and put it on neck. But if some boys come after wearing, we just take it and put it there. And it will fall down. Ignorantly, proudly just put it there, it will fall down. Then that boy may be cursing us. I gave him this garland and he thinks himself as a great preacher and a great devotee here in the temple. So that way we do aparadh. So this aparadh happened as a result. And obviously, Durvasa Muni was very angry about it. He thought these devatas and Indras have become very proud these days. So he cursed them to become poverty-stricken. As a result, they become weakened. Then the moment the devatas become weakened, what happens? There's always the opposition party, Asuras. So they attacked and then took over the kingdom, become weakened. So therefore, to find some solution, so they went to Lord Brahma, please help us. Lord Brahma said, I don't think I can help, but I can take you to Lord Vishnu. So he is the only best person who can help us. So that is why in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam we have one verse, Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. So which means Akama Sarvakama va moksha kama udaradi tivrena bhakti yogena param purusham. Yeah, so vijayate param purusham. So whatever may be your desire, whether material desire or bhakti desire or moksha desire, just go to Supreme Lord. So this is what they did. So they went to Supreme Lord. So their Supreme Lord, heard their prayer and then finally gave them instruction. So please make a trust, peace with these demons. And after doing peace and submit a proposal. What is the proposal? Do Samudra Manthan, from which we can get nectar and we can all drink and they become immortal. So this was very attractive to demons also, so they accepted it. So now, after acceptance, they are now going towards Samudra Manthan. But if you are doing to Mantran, you need a number of things. And one of them is you need a rod. Even if you churn butter to curd to make a butter, you need a soft. So further they decided, they chosen this Mount Mandara. That is, of course, instruction of Lord Vishnu. So this verse is about that. So we'll go through. So this demonstrates the strength of all the demons and the demigods. But so later you will see that they were not able to really carry too far. So then Lord again has to help. So there are a cluster of 6 verses. Today we will discuss. That is all about lifting Samudra Mantana. Lifting Mount Mandara from its position to placing in the ocean of milk. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So verse 33 is what is written on the board. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 6, verse 33. But I'm going to read up to verse 38. There are no purport. But they all are just related on the challenges faced in lifting, then how Lord helped. Okay? So that way we can see the strength of the demigods and also strength of Supreme Lord. So this is the best comparison. So what is their strength? So if you know this strength, then you will decide whom to surrender. So we'll read word by word of this verse and then we'll read full line by line. Tataha. Yeah, please. Tataha te mandaragirim ojassa utpataya durmadaha nandata udadhim ninya sakta pariga bhava tataste mandaragirim ojasta pataya durmadaha ojasya pataya durmadaha nandanta udhadim ninyu saktaha parigraha bhavaha tataste mandaragirim ojasta pataya durmadaha nandanta udhim ninyum sakta parigraha bhavaha tataste mandaragirim ojasta pataya durmadaha nandata udhadim ninyu sakta parigraha bhavaha Tataste Mandara Girim. Shaktaha Parigraha Bhava. Bhava. Okay, so translation by Srila Prabhupada ki. Thereafter, with great strength, the demons and demigods, who were very powerful, are very powerful, and who had a long, stout arms, uprooted Mandara mountain, crying very loudly, they brought it towards the ocean of milk. Because of conveying the great mountain for a long distance, King Indra, Maharaj Bali, and their other demigods and demons became fatigued. Being unable to carry the mountain, they left it on the way. So we are just reading continuing verses up to 38. The mountain known as Mandara, which was extremely heavy, being made of gold, fell and smashed many demigods and demons. The demigods and demons were frustrated and disheartened, and their arms, thighs, shoulders were broken. Therefore, the Supreme Personality Godhead, who knows everything, appeared there on the back of his carrier Garuda. Observing that most of the demons and demigods had been crushed by the falling of the mountain, the Lord glanced over them and brought them back to life. Thus they became free from grief, and they even had no brushes on their bodies. Verse 38. The Lord very easily lifted the mountain with one hand and placed it on the back of Garuda. Then he too got on the back of Garuda and went to the ocean of milk, surrounded by the demigods and demons. Purport. Here is a proof of the omnipotence of the Supreme Personality Godhead, who is above everyone. There are two classes of living entities, the demons and the demigods. And the Supreme Personality Godhead is above them both. The demons believe in the chance theory of creation, whereas the demigods believe in the creation by the hand of the Supreme Personality Godhead. The omnipotence of the Supreme Personality, Supreme Lord, is proved here. For simply with one hand he lifted Mandara mountain. The demigods and demons placed them on the back of Garuda and brought them to the ocean of milk. Now, the demigods, the devotees, would immediately accept this incident, knowing that Lord can lift anything, however heavy it might be. But although demons were also carried along with the demigods, demons, upon hearing of this incident, would say that it is mythological. But if a God is all powerful, why would it be difficult for him to lift a mountain? Since he is floating innumerable planets with many hundreds and thousands of Mandara mountains? Why can't he lift one of them with his hand? This is not mythology, but the difference between the believers and the faithless is that the devotees accept the incident mentioned in the Vedic literature to be true, whereas the demons simply argue and label all the historical incidents mythology. Demons would prefer to explain that everything happening in the cosmic manifestation taking place by chance. But the demigods or devotees never consider anything to be chance. Rather, they knew that everything is an arrangement of Supreme Personality Godhead. That is the difference between the demigods and demons. Om Ajnana Trimindasya Jnananjara Salakaya Chaksurmritamena Tasme Sri Gurave Namaha Namo Mishtupadaya Krishnapadaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namini Namaste Saraswadevi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pacha Tadesha Tarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavanda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So as in the beginning, we briefly summarized the chapter and incident. So on advice of Lord Vishnu, so they indeed made a military agreement between Indra's and associates, that is Suras. Then, of course, Asuras headed by Bali Maharaj. So, trust agreement has happened. So, both parties have agreed that they will work together and cooperation. Only through cooperation they can churn the ocean of milk and produce nectar. And of course, both of them are thinking, the demons were thinking, we are stronger than this Indra and his party. When the nectar comes out, we'll snatch everything and we will drink and we'll become more powerful. Similarly, the Devatas, Indra and everyone was thinking that way, that we'll also snatch and drink and we'll become more powerful, then we'll defeat this army headed by Bali Maharaj. So anyway, Lord said that don't worry about those things. So you go and do this duty. When the nectar comes, I will come and make sure that only deserving ones will get it. Sometime undeserving one will also try to cheat and get it. That is how Rahu got it. Anyway, those all will be discussed later. So today one is all about clearly understanding the strength of the combined strength of all the devatas and all the asuras. Their strength. Then of course, Lord's strength, how he can lift very easily. So obviously, these both demons and demigods are very powerful. So together they were able to uproot that mountain. Not easy. Even to carry Prabhupada, Vyasasana, few days ago. So many of us have to struggle to put it down. But now we are talking about big mountain, probably huge mountain of hundreds of thousands of kilometers, that big mountain, and so and also very, very tall. On top of it, it was very heavy. The Prabhupada says in one line purport that Mount Mandara had lot of gold deposit. And Prabhupada says that gold is heavier than other metals. If you take, say for example, when you melt gold, how many of you seen melting of gold? Very nice. So if you travel to this Ballarat, so that gold mine, so they still have one block of gold. So as part of the show, they will melt it and pour that gold after melting into one small, another square box. Now, that volume, before and after it is same. So, so for example, so if you pour, if the gold size was this much, we melt it and then pour into here. So both of them are equally same. Yeah. So anyway, compared to the volume, say for example, volume of silver, 1 kg, and the volume of gold, 1 kg. Actually, gold is very small, but very heavy metal compared to other metals. When compared to water also. You take 1 liter of water versus 1 liter of gold, the liquid gold after heating. So this is very heavy. So you can see huge gold deposit in Mount Mandara. So because of that heavy, so they were not able to carry that far. They tried to carry, some distance they covered, but they became so much fatigued. Because while carrying, they were crying. The first that verse says, they were crying. I don't know whether, so normally when you're lifting, it is very heavy. We say, Jai Prabhupada and lift. Sometime, Govinda, like they will try to lift. I don't know what they were doing, but maybe the demigods might have said, Lord Vishnu, like they cry. And then, they've thrown it because unable to carry, fatigued. And so as a result, so that Mount Mandara fell down and it is fell on some of those demons, some of the demigods, some of them have died, almost fainted, and some of them, their shoulders is broken, thigh is broken. It's a difficult situation. I think after that they cried even more. So this situation, so then Lord appeared there to help them. So the verse says, so how did he appear? So he immediately appeared on his Garuda. Garuda is his carrier. So appearance of Lord is, of course, always auspicious. So, so if you look back, starting from prayer of Lord Brahma, so they had darshan of Lord only once. So this is second time. Some both for the devatas, they had second time. Brahma didn't have, because Brahma and Shiva went back. They said, okay, so Lord has given instruction to you, so we are going back to our abode, so you guys can, execute the instruction of Lord Vishnu. So, so this time, so Lord has appeared. And Lord appears for what? Always he appears to, to make us auspicious. So even in those of you who visit, say, Lord Venkateshwara in Tirupati, so there, Suprabhata, the morning at 5 o'clock, they put loud devotional song, Uttista, Uttista, Govinda, Uttista, Karuna, Garuda Dhaja. So they are requesting, Lord of Vaikunta, please wake up, awake. So come here, give us darshan. How? So on Garuda Dhaja. Garuda Dhaja. So we see that Garuda Dhaja, exactly the same word. So here also in one of the verse, which is 36. So they're saying, Babua Garuda Dhaja. So there is the Bhagavan has come on this Garuda Dhaja. So he has come to, to bless everyone. So in this case, when Lord appeared on that scene, so he just looked at everybody. Simply by his glance, so he is able to revive all of them to the full strength, the full glory. Even they didn't have any brushes or any marks. Sometimes you fall down, maybe shoulder is broken, thigh is broken, obviously blood is coming. But simply by glance, everything, full surgery, successful and recovery also, in one glance. So that is why we say, so not only Uttista, Govinda, Uttista, Garuda Dhaja, but why he is coming? So he is saying that, so Triloka Mangalam Kuru. So Uttista Kamalakanta, Triloka Mangalam Kuru. Triloka. So within the universe, we say upper planets and middle planet and lower planet. Lord glance will make all of it Mangala, auspicious. So Mangalam is a broad word. So depending upon your problem, the problem gets solved. So if you have mental health problem, take search of Lord, mental health problem gone. If you have financial problem, Lord, please help me. So he looks at you, the financial problem solved. So there is a previous, one of the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam verse says, so, akama, sarvakama, mokshakama, udaradi, tivrena bhakti yogena, ujate parampurusham. So whatever may be your desire, Either you come and take Lord Darshan or offer prayer to Lord, or Lord himself comes in. That is even more glorious. So those are rare instances when Lord has a plan. So anyway, in either way, so it is all auspicious. Mangalam Kuru. So Triloka Mangalam Kuru. So in this case, so just by Lord glance, the whole universe gets Mangalam. So auspicious. So this is so Lord's glory. And of course, we say just by glance, all of them revived. So Lord's glance is very powerful. We know that when Mahavishnu, from his pores, so many universes are coming out and appearing. Simply by glance, he impregnated each of the universes, and many living entities are, appeared. Just by glance. So glance is very powerful. So reviving just this demons and demigods was a very simple task. He can revive the whole, not just one universe, all the universes. So Lord Vishnu take different forms. So as Chirudaksha Vishnu, Karnadaksha Vishnu, Chirudaksha Vishnu, and of course Garbhadaksha Vishnu. So they are all looking after the universe and looking after all the entities in the universe, and also looking after each individual living entity. If they are not looking after, will be dead body. So Lord, Chirudaksha Vishnu as super soul, as long as he is present in our heart, so we have life force. We can speak, we can hear, we can drink water. Drinking water is not easy, by the way. So when you are not able to drink, sometimes they, feed it forcefully. Drinking is not easy. We need ability to drink water. And we need ability to even the taste water. The taste comes from the tongue, and that is the strength we are getting. So everything is energy of Lord. So we need that strength. So many things He can do. And of course, for all of us, any activity that we undertake to be successful, what all we need? First, we need some inspiration. Even if you want to do some big project, whether it is in the spiritual, realm, something like building a big temple, or in the material realm, you want to build a big enterprise. So we need inspiration. Where is this inspiration coming from? Inspiration coming from Lord. So sometimes we say, I'm inspired by hearing some story. Maybe, this Krishna is able to lift a Govardhan Giri so easily. Maybe it's inspiration. I'm inspired. So I can lift a glass of water and then drink. Lifting glass of water is not easy. Suppose if there's a nerve cut, you won't be able to lift. Even though you are desired in the mind, but the signal is not passed to the hand, so therefore hand can't do anything. So this strength and all this connectivity is necessary. So anyway, first inspiration. We derive inspiration, then inspiration comes. So each person has different level of inspiration based on our desire. If you have a very strong desire to do certain great thing, so Lord will inspire, give you the strength, that inspiration. Then not only inspire, and He is going to sanction. We say man proposes, God disposes. That's English. They say man proposes and God. Of course, woman also can propose, not just man. So anyone, any living being can propose, then Lord will sanction. So then, of course, after that, once it's sanctioned, that is not enough. We have to put into action. So people say this is vision. Vision is the inspiration. Vision, mission statement, they write. That's the inspiration. But to make that into successful, we have to put a lot of effort and activity. So even for that, we need assistance of Lord. So here is, you can see, so here Lord is assisting them. And meanwhile, in terms of, assisting them by giving them a great strength, and also assisting them simply by with one hand, He is able to lift that Mount Mandara. And of course, so that is simple thing for a Lord to lift a Mount Mandara. And we know that Lord Krishna has, so in this case, Lord Vishnu has lifted Mount Mandara to give strength to whom? All the devatas. He wants them to be successful. So when the nectar is produced, he would be distributing nectar to those devatas. So that was the plan. So that means He wants to make them more powerful. But Lord Krishna also sometimes do these things to break the pride of Indra. lifting of Govardhan Hill by Lord Krishna is to, smash that pride of Indra. Because Indra was thinking, I am the supreme and all the Vrindavanvasis pray to me, and because of me the rain will be falling, and because of that, so a lot of ingredients will be growing, fruits will be growing, and because of that they are surviving. So that is why they have to perform puja to me. But once we know all the story, the whole story, that Krishna as a small boy, inspired his father, Nanda Maharaj, oh, this time let us pray to Govardhan Hill only. No need of Indra. Then obviously Nanda Maharaj agreed. Then when this puja of Govardhan Hill was going on, Indra got upset. So then he has sent torrent of rain, so much of rain, heavy rain, and everything, whole place was flooded and no shelter. Everybody ran to Krishna. Krishna said, don't worry, he just lifted a Govardhan Hill and put it on his finger, index finger, holding for how many days? 7 days and 7 nights. Then Indra, so much of rain is pouring, it became like an umbrella, but nothing, but everybody is protected. So Indra thought, okay, this is looks like here is Supreme Person. So then he surrendered. You can see sometimes Lord lifts mountains just to break the pride of devatas, or even the devotees also, or demons. If they become very, think that they are great, they can do anything, everything in the world, so Lord can do these things. So you can see contrary. First here, this verse, lifting of Govardhan, so Mount Bandara, to give strength, whereas earlier to break the pride of Indra. So of course Lord, so this lifting, as we see in the purport, as Prabhupada says, this is the smallest thing Lord can do. So Lord is able to float within this universe. We have got unlimited planets, so many planets. Night time when we see so many stars, each of those are big planets actually. It seems some of them are bigger than Sun planet. Of course, Earth is a small planet. We think Earth is so big, but Earth is one of the smallest planets in this universe. And these planets are floating in their right orbit. See, we don't feel any shaking of this planet. So it is in the right orbit, it is moving correctly. So who designed this plan? So there is a plan given by Lord. So whole material energy, what sometimes scientists or other people call as gravitational force, and gravitational force, somehow they organize this energy such that everything in their stable orbit, they are moving slowly. So that is why we see day and night. So when it moves, no exposure to sunlight, at that time we say night time. When exposure to the sunlight, then we say the daytime. So at the right time, at this moment, there are some countries which are in night time. So right now is let's say 8:15 a.m. In another place 8:15 p.m. Right? This is Bhogola, the round planet. So it is moving, and this is moving under the direction of Supreme Lord and the Prakriti. They are working together. So this ability, this energy, where is it coming from? So it is simple, his energy. His energy can float and hold all these planets in the right place, and his arm can do bigger things. So this is not at all impossible. And who can believe? Prabhupada's full purport talks about the distinction between devotees and the demons. Distinction between those who have faith in Lord and those who don't have any faith in the Lord. Those who have faith, they accept Lord can do all of this. Whereas those who are faithless, Prabhupada purpose said that, they think this all happening by chance, by random arrangement. By chance I got a glass of water, I am drinking. Is it happen by chance? No. I have to physically take the glass, go there and fill it and bring and keep it here. Or if I don't do it, some devotees will do it. So some activities happened. Someone thought about, we need to give one glass of water as a reward to the speaker. This is a reward. Because mercy, because it's water from Radhavallabha temple. So this is like Ganga water, Yamuna water, Saraswati water combined together. When you drink, more tasteful than any other water that you can drink in Melbourne, and gives strength to speak. So this is very important. Anyway, so this is it doesn't happen by chance. Everything happens by, some effort, by inspiration, by sanction, by some activity. So it is by not all by chance. So Prabhupada completely refutes argument that, by Big Bang theory, by chance, the universe appeared, then all the chemicals combined together, then all these microbes appeared, then from there, through gradual, progression, humans appeared. This is all chance. This is how, all this Darwin theory and various theories talk about. But here, so then of course, Prabhupada said that, so when these are explained in the Vedas, people say, this is mythology, some, not a true story, some fictional, just to inspire you. If that is fictional, if you read Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, the description of Kali Yuga, so this was something written, thousands of years ago. And today, whatever is written there, we can see that through our own eye. The description of Kali Yuga, if you read, and when you see the type of dress people wear, type of food they take, and their behavior, everything shows clear. This is not rewritten for Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga has been happening already for many couple of thousands of years. But right now the description that is there, and that description very much matches with, what is happening. Even in the marriage arrangement, so the description matches. So this is, even if you don't believe, at least Śrīmad Bhāgavatam was there, Prabhupada's time, 100 years ago, or 50 years ago. And that description is much more clear now. It was written 50 years ago, but now we can see that is true. So at least from there we can say these all are true. Then coming to the Lord, so after lifting, what did he do? He says, Lord, place it on Garuda. So that means not only Lord is very powerful, even his fully dedicated devotees are also powerful like Lord. Sometimes in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam we see mention of devotees also as Bhagavan. So there are places see Bhagavan Narada Muni. So devotees are also very powerful. So Lord placed on there, not only placing that Mount Mandara, say, okay, go. No, he says he sat on it. And not only he sat, but he also took all these demons, demigods with him. So all of them sat on Garuda. And then of course Garuda was able to fly and then rightly go to the right place in the ocean of milk and so put it down. So this is so the strength of the Garuda, how Garuda powerful it is. And of course we all heard story in, not just a story, but reality, that how Hanuman is able to carry a mountain. So often we see, Hanuman, like flying like aeroplane, Hanuman aeroplane. So there is Garuda aeroplane, right? Garuda airline. So Indonesia has a Garuda airline, but I haven't heard about Hanuman airline. If somebody has a desire to start an airline company, please start Hanuman airline. So it will be very successful. No bankruptcy at all. And all the passengers will be joyful. Very nice. So Hanuman, so why did he lift? As we all know, so in the war between Ravana and Rama, in the Lanka war, so there, of course, Ravana war's army also very powerful. So his son was also very powerful, Indrajit. Indrajit was able to defeat, his son defeated Indra, that's why it's called Indrajit. It was called Indrajit. Indrajit and Lakshman had big fight. Then of course sometime this Ravana also tried to fight with Lakshmana, because Lakshmana trying to assist Lord Rama. So in that fight once, due to hit of a very strong weapon, Lakshmana fell unconsciousness. At that time everybody was thinking, my life is over, we are defeated. Then of course there are various expert doctors there. They said, okay, we can actually revive not only Lakshman but also other monkey soldiers by simply applying a herb called Sanjeevani herb. That rasa comes from Sanjeevani herb. Then thought, where can we find Sanjeevani herb? We can't find in Lanka. Lanka we can find gold only, gold palace. So therefore they said, okay, why don't somebody goes to Himalaya Parvat? So there is one mountain, this Sanjeevani herbs are growing. They said, "Oh, Hanuman, you are the right person." So Hanuman, himself, he flew to there, Himalaya Parvat, and Himalaya Parvat. There he see many, many mountains, but he is searching which is the Sanjeevani herb. There are so many herbs, he can't really know what it is. He says, "I am just a Vanara. What knowledge I have got? I am not a Vaidya. I am not an expert." So therefore, so he was just searching. He couldn't recognize which one is. So then he thought, the best thing is to simply uproot the whole mountain and take it. Lord Rama is there and he will decide which is Sanjeevani and they will apply. He said he lifted the whole thing. So that the mountain that he lifted is called Dronagiri. So Dronagiri, the mountain, so just, which is almost like in the big Himalaya, at the bottom, one of the small mountain, so that is Dronagiri. So there are lots of herbs are growing, that one of them is Sanjeevani. Yeah. So he lifted such a big mountain and carried all the way from Himalayas to Lanka. How many kilometers? Right now if you take aeroplane, Air India, so let us say it will fly from Himalayas, so it will take up to 4-hour flight, almost like going from Melbourne to Perth. Can you imagine? 4-hour flight, going at the speed of 1,000 kilometers per hour. That means almost at least 3,000 to 4,000 kilometers to be covered. And he went there without any fatigue. No fueling. Other airplanes have to be stopped here and there and fuel it, but so how is he fueling? He is fueling by simply chanting Lord Rama name. Hanuman, Roma, Roma, he is saying Lord Sri Ram. Roma, even some hair. So our whole body is chanting Lord Rama name. So from that strength, he was able to carry that whole mountain. So you can see, even the devotees perform miraculous activity. Seems like a miracle, but they can do very easily when they are in connection with Supreme Lord. Through that connection, they get full power. So that is why Prabhupada says that before you preach, you chant Hare Krishna. Chant Hare Krishna. That is why when we start, we do Jai Radha Madhav, then we chant Hare Krishna, then we get some strength, some little knowledge, and then after that we can do preaching. Chant Hare Krishna, preach Hare Krishna. So first chanting. So by chanting we qualify ourselves. We become samartha, become qualified, energized. Then we seek the blessing of Lord, so through His holy name. And we seek blessing of Prabhupada and the other acharyas. And from that, so we become qualified. So after that we can speak, then we can hear. Even hearing also, we prepare ourselves, our mind, our ear and our thoughts, so that we can hear it correctly. Otherwise hearing can also be a problem. So this is what Hanuman did. So very successful. So therefore the power of the devotees is also very strength they derive from Supreme Lord. So these are our examples illustrating. Then finally coming, so this Garuda is able to place in a right place. So then they put this Mount Mandara on within ocean of milk. So next what they have to do? Now that we have got a churning rod. This is a rod, such a big rod, heavy rod. So the next requires you a rope. So the next verse is the last verse of this chapter, talks about Vasuki acting as a rope. Vasuki is the associate of Shiva. So the snake. But you see snakes are frightened by Garuda, because Garuda needs a food. Garuda is not a vegetarian. So Garuda needs a food, and the best food is snake. So this Vasuki may not come. Therefore they say, Garuda, please go. So there is more discussion you will see in the next verse. Anyway, so this verse is, to summarize, it is demonstrating the strength of Lord and the Devatas and demons combined together. So these Devatas and demons together are not able to carry the whole mountain up to its destination. They lifted, they're powerful definitely, they uprooted, carry a little bit, then became so fatigued and unable to do it. Then Lord has to come, So when he appeared, Mangalam Kuru, Triloka Mangalam Kuru. So he appeared on Garuda Dhuja, on Garuda, then made auspicious, means he revived all of them back to life completely. Then after that, so he put mountain, then himself, and along with all these demons and demigods, and now Garuda successfully placed it in the right destination, then left the arena. So you can see from here, so even the devotees, to achieve success, they have to take help of Lord. Of course, the Devas are, obviously. So this illustrates how Devas taken help of Lord to carry the mountain from its original position to the ocean, Shvetadip. So similarly, we also can do that in our activities or endeavors, whether they are spiritual or material. Even in spiritual activities also we have to seek Lord, mercy, Lord blessing. Even simple task of here devotees are engaged, in Bhadra Purnima, they like to sell, they like to distribute. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam said, and Śrīmad Bhāgavatam said to distribute, first you have to show such person. This has got 16 volumes of book. Can we carry that box? Most of us may not be able to carry it. So we need a strength. So therefore, unless you also pray to Shaligram Sila of Lord Rama is there. So if you are not aware, the Lord Rama is there, Shaligram Sila. So the next to Radharani is Rama, Lord Rama. You pray to Lord Rama, Rama, please give me strength, just like you give strength to this Hanuman. That way I can carry very easily. This Śrīmad Bhāgavatam said, show and tell. If people say, hey, here is a nice book, virtually in the picture, we try to show them, here the 16 volume you can buy. That's virtual. Why don't we show real? Some people really like to acquire the physical things. If you see physical 16 books, very beautifully bonded and shining, simply watch the cover itself. So in each of the cover, the beautiful picture is there. So our Śrīmad Bhāgavatam Canto 8, so we have a beautiful picture of Vamandev. Vamandev here, and if you want to see Vamandev, you can also see Vamandev over there. So Vamandev on the altar, so he is the presiding deity of Melbourne. So you can take his darshan as a shaligram, or you can see the book here. So beautiful, small boy, so very handsome. So you can see handsome person. Correct? These days people like to see handsome personalities. Handsome man or handsome woman. So much of money is spent in just seeing handsome man and handsome woman. So, and who is the handsome person? For that also contest. Correct? Competition. So national level competition, international level competition. And the person who somehow wins as the most beautiful person. And then after that, they will make a lot of money. But anyway, here the most handsome person, you can see, then surrounded by mother, father, and everyone. So you can see that. So you don't have to actually read also. If you acquire a book, you can just see the pictures that inside. So picture is worth 1,000 words. That's what they say, correct? So if you don't have a time to read, so just read the picture, enjoy, and 16 volumes of book, and each of the book have got so many beautiful pictures. And simply by looking at picture, we can make our life successful. So we need strength to carry this Śrīmad Bhāgavatam set. So at least someone has to deliver, that person needs strength. And if there are 10 orders have come in a per day, persons to be able to carry 10 of those, very difficult. Even the car may not be able to carry. Sometimes this car have limitation of how much load they can carry. So we need that strength. So please pray to Lord. So to distribute books. Then any other services also. So if you want to compose a verse, new verse, so you are not satisfied with the verses given in the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, to pray to Lord. Correct? Sometimes, so many prayers are there. One of them can be, Deva Deva Jagannatha. So there is a nice verse. Deva Deva Jagannatha, Govinda Purushottama. Then Narayana Rishikesha, Uttama Sloka Achyutavaya. So this is very beautiful verse to sing. We can sing that way, or you can, if you become much more, deeply engrossed in the thoughts of Lord, you can compose your own verse just like Gopan Das Prabhu do. You want to glorify your spiritual master? I can't even explain what he does, just simple plain English. How can I compose in Sanskrit verse, very beautiful one? But you can do it. So you have to seek Lord blessing, and you have to think about it constantly. Then through that you will learn Sanskrit, and through that you will start appreciating those their qualities and characters in a poetic way. You can do that. So as I said, our Govardhan Prabhu is an example, and so all of you can also do it. Correct? This Prabhu also can do it. He also stayed in the same ashrama, correct? Earlier. He derived the strength. Then he went and married. So he produced very beautiful 2 daughters. He was of Dasa of Melbourne. You can get all of those. Yeah, they have become very nice devotees. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, so you can do that. So by having ashraya of Lord, by having, praying to Lord, so by engaging in service, we derive the strength. And here we have all examples of Hanuman, examples of Garuda. Then, of course, Lord himself, examples are given. So with that, let me stop here. So thank you very much for your patient hearing. Hare Krishna. Anybody has a question? All right, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki. Hare Krishna. So we have another half an hour to wait for prasada.